All right. Got the motherfucking Tragik in this building. Hold on. Get him loaded up. Connecting to audio. And come on. Come on. Connect, motherfucker. Usually takes a second for the audio to clip up. What the hell? I don't know why it's doing that. Did you hear me? Oh, okay. Hold up. There
Hello?
it goes. There we go. Can you hear me?
Barely, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn my headphones down and my gain up. All right, there you go. Now you can hear me.
Fucking right. Yes, sir.
Bet.
Well,
Amen. So what the fuck has been up, man? I know the move has been fucking stressful, but I was at your last crypt, and from the looks of it, it looks like you tripled in size.
yeah, man. We had a 2 bedroom apartment with 3 kids. They all shared a bedroom, but so obviously choosing this house, it had to have 4 bedrooms plus a studio. That was a
Nice. I
deal
saw the.
breaker.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you shared a picture of the outside. Was it bluish?
Yeah, it's a little blue house.
Yeah, dude.
I
That's
mean, it's
actually
not
that's
little,
a
but
fresh ass property, bro. That's nice as hell, man.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Come on, phone, stay still.
If it's got the right amount of rooms and shit, then I guess that's a forever home now.
Yeah, like I said, unless I strike it rich with music or something, I don't plan on doing this again.
Yeah, same here, man. That's why I'm in this little tiny piece of shit again. Because we were living on some bigger acreage and shit with their mom, but it's too much, way too much
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, having to mow 5 acres of lawn twice a week and deal with all the people in all of our egos and stuff. Is just too small of a house for too many big heads.
Right, right.
So I came back to the original 420 back here in the Cthulhu Caverns original, but updated obviously.
It looks nice. You got some panels behind you? Is that what
Oh,
that is?
no, this whole thing is soundproof besides bass traps in the corner, and then I'm gonna put some panels up behind my mixing desk.
Okay.
But these 3 walls I wanted to get done just fully soundproofed out, so that way I could do drums in here eventually too.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
I don't like too many flat surfaces when recording drums. You know what I'm saying? It makes it sound cubey.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I was looking at bass traps and they're so fucking expensive.
for
They're like
real.
$200 a piece and I gotta go wall to ceiling.
Yeah, when
So
you
I
could just
just
get some wood and velvet, bro, and make your own.
that's what I just did. Me and Howie here, my cousin, just got back from Home Depot, and we got some fucking sheets of plywood and some 2x2 8 foot long sticks, and I'm gonna go wall to ceiling, make like 8 bass traps for
Hell
the
yeah,
price of
shit.
like fucking one buying
Right.
one.
Shit, if you stay, hey man, if you want to crank out a couple more, I'll buy them off you.
I'll see how let's see how these turn out first before I offer to sell them.
Shit, bro, at the price the motherfuckers be charging for them bitches brand new, you can start a business off of that.
Right?
So
Yeah.
man, dude, fucking From the Ashes, bro, that album is so chronic. I catch myself. There's at least 6 songs that are on my Bars Over Matter playlist, and they
Nice.
usually come right after my DZK animated series. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nice. Yeah, man, I enjoyed that album, but I know there's a lot better in me that needs to come out. So the next one is going to be. We
That was
talked a
my
little bit
first
about
time
it. But
hearing like a fully put together project from you, and it was fucking ridiculous in my opinion. I loved it.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was good, but you know how it is as an artist. You're never fucking happy. You always wanna. The next thing's got to be better. And
Oh, trust me, I know. When I was making Space Wizard, I'm like, this is the one right here, and then I'm like, I was halfway through Diabolical, and I'm like, dog, this one shits on that last one, dog.
that's how it is with me for like every song. It's like why I'm in the song and doing it, and mixing it. I'm like, oh fuck, the song is the shit. And then like after it's done, I'm like, fuck, man, I should have did this and that. And it's like I don't know. It's
You know,
you're competing with yourself.
you
You know,
are every time. I mean, but that only makes for a good artist. You know what I'm saying? If you're your own worst
sure,
critic, you're always going to be better. You know what I'm saying?
sure, absolutely.
Too many people are not humble with themselves enough to realize when they have evolution to make. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always
Right.
been like every if you just like if I just rewinded my brain just in like every 10 months, if you've seen how much more like knowledge wise or equipment wise or software wise that I've grown, it's like I'm never done. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Yeah,
look at where
dude.
I want to be and I'm nowhere close.
Sure. Yes. I mean, since I've known you and since I've seen you evolve, like you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
definitely climbing up as far as skills and
I mean,
that you're mixing.
well, that's because of literally I spend about 4 hours a day, 3 days a week on YouTube University. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I was told a long time ago that a person that thinks they knows everything don't know shit.
That's right.
Yeah, so I
That's
try to
right.
like as soon as I get to the like, okay, I think I know pretty much everything I need to know. I need to go learn some more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, when I finally learned, just a good vocal chain, I was like, all right, well, let's start focusing on instruments now. You know what I'm saying? So I got a fucking guitar, got an amp, and started
Yep.
practicing putting together good mixes on guitars and shit. That's not easy, to be honest with you. I'd mix a vocal over a goddamn guitar any day.
Yeah.
Cause see,
Yeah.
what I
I,
find is, and you probably don't have this problem because you're a solid ass guitar player. But usually when
thank
I
you.
get guitar tracks from people, they only send me one of the riff. You know what I'm saying? If you want me
Right.
to do anything good with it, I need at least two.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm
For
saying?
rhythm, especially. I mean, leads, you can usually get away with one, but and just space it out with
Yeah,
a
use a
stereo effect.
stereo imaging or whatever you
But
want to
rhythm,
use.
yeah, rhythm. You need two guitars, man, to get that fucking spread.
Because back when I had access to a good guitar player, one thing I used to do is for lead. I would have them play one that I can just mix, keep malleable. But then I would have them record a left and right track, and I would put different effects on the left and the right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd
Okay.
have a small amount of distortion and delay on one, and on the right I would have a small amount of distortion and reverb. And it
Huh.
wasn't the greatest idea back in the day. Like, well, coming to now, I wouldn't do that same shit. But it was such a unique sound that, like, if you were to use it maybe once or twice every now and then, it'd be fun. But man, I
Yeah.
was such an amateur back then, dog. I still am. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh, you
still.
stop that.
I mean, when I hear what I want, like when I hear it in my head, and then when I'm done mixing, like I'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty close. And I'll fucking walk away, come back. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Start over again.
No, man, I like the way your vocals sound. Like just by your mix, like even if I didn't know your voice, just by the mix, I could tell that that's a Dirty B track. Like you make your vocals crisp. I've
Yeah,
been
I like
listening to
the
that
air.
cipher on repeat all day. Very crisp. I'm very fucking impressed with that for sure.
Thank you, because that was the one thing that above learning how to use effects on auto tune and all that shit, I wanted to make sure that I had an absolutely crispy, solid lead vocal.
You do. You does.
And it's a lot of trial and error. Like Knight, it took me like an album to figure him out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a
New
really easy
voices.
voice to work with, but trying to perfect it and get that Stevie Stone quality out of it that he has, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Difficult.
it is. It is difficult, man. It's not easy, man. Even if you have a like even like when I got my Neumann, my 87, I was like, fuck, I don't even have to mix anymore. It's just gonna sound great. No, no, it sounds flat and full and kind of just even. Like you still gotta mix.
See, even though this is the TLM 102, I know the 103 has a better bass register. The one thing I noticed, like jump right off the bat, is that there is a response frequency in all these other microphones that is way more radical than this one. This one's kind of a
Sure.
flat line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than
Yep.
the rest of them have peaks there in boosts around like 14 and 18 and
Yep.
a huge bass roll off. You know what I'm saying? You can't do no like real voiceover or like, narration with some good deep vocals with them. So as soon as I
Right.
got this microphone unboxed, I was just like, oh, I can listen to myself talking to this thing all day.
Yeah, yep. It's got that bass response and it's nice and full, warm bodied. Those cheaper mics, like I used the blue Bluebird and the blue Spark for a long
Both good
time,
mics,
and yeah, they're
good
good
work
mics. They're
mics.
they're crispy. They are hyped in the high end and higher mids, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's just I prefer a flat, even response so that way I can fucking color it how I want it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
see, that's the one complaint I don't have about this mic right here, though. I like this one too. The Rode NT1.
That's a great mic too.
Yeah, it's a workhorse. It has pretty good bass.
Absolutely.
It doesn't like super hype up anything special. It's not as flat as this, but is definitely fucking easy to work with. Cause even though this has a really high SPL, I don't want to like break it. I got a lifetime warranty on it, but I'm not one of those dudes that's trying to cash in on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Hmm.
keep this microphone good for 50 years. So when it comes to me doing screamo or like if somebody came in here with a trumpet or some crazy shit, I probably use the NT1.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
why when somebody's starting up and if I try to give them advice, I'll try to say like get yourself a workhorse vocal mic. That's your baby, and
Yep.
all the rest of your microphones need to be just for certain occasions.
Yep. 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 Fucking dynamic mics too for screamo
Yeah,
is
I want to
really
get the
good.
SM7B.
Yep.
That's like
That's a
the
good one.
industry standard for screamo right now.
Yep.
But
Yeah, that's a really good mic for rock metal.
just to be a
Uh,
nerd though, because direct input's kind of cool, but I like to shut up, Pepper. I like to mic my amps. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I have guitar players over, so because it just
yeah.
has that, it has like a lot like vintage sound over plugging it right into my fucking box and throwing on some plugins. You know what I'm saying? So when I
Right.
do that, I like to use dynamic microphones, but I just have an easy voice or electro voice, and it's a $70 mic, but I want to get a SM57 just for miking my amp.
Yeah, that's what I use. If $100 mic, and they've been using it what since the fucking 60s, 70s,
Yeah,
maybe
I
even
also
before
need to
that.
upgrade my amp too. I just got a little. It's called an acoustic.
Okay, yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a $200
Um,
amp. It ain't shit, but
I
it's
mean,
got.
you can get away with amp sims like a DI and then do an amp sim, but it's got to be a good one like a DSP one or something. Like I got one from Waves that I thought was going to be good, and
The
it's
guitar
really
rack.
not. No, it's not Guitar Rack. It's like a Paul Reed Smith plugin. I forgot what the fuck it's called. It's a PRS one, but
I
it's
know Chris Lord makes a good one, but I don't know what it's called. CLS or whatever. I know
yeah, the CLA guitar thing. I think yeah.
I've
Um,
never used it, but I've seen it on a list of top 10 best amp sims.
yeah, I've
For
never. I'm
free,
not
I
sure if I have
recommend
that
Amp
or not.
Roots for free because it's kind of hard to get that kind of that tone. The like if you ever used Amp Roots,
Uh-uh.
oh it's 100% free, but that shit is not you could unlock it to get more sounds to it, but just the way it comes, it sounds really good. It's really crispy.
Okay. What I did do is I bought some after I got the Waves, the Paul Reed Smith amp stem. I bought some fucking responses, impulse responses.
Fill
Um,
me in on impulse responses. What are those? Are those just like extra presets or something?
no, it's well, kind of. It pre-records like people pre-record sounds from different amps and the way the air comes out and shit. I guess from what I understand,
Oh, like
and
how
you
they
can
do
load
mic
it,
modeling.
or kind of yeah, and positioning and all that, and you just load it up into your amp sim and it changes the sound drastically.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, cathedral IRs I think I got. They're pretty good, but still it doesn't sound like a real amp to me. So until I get one that fucking just blows my socks off, I'm gonna stick to recording an amp
See, if I know
or
how to play a guitar, I go out of my way and get like a big ass Fender. You know what I'm saying? Get a big boy.
right. Either that or I've been looking at what the fuck are they called? Not a Kemper, like an Axe Effects, something like that. Sounds pretty realistic, but they're
Yeah,
expensive.
I had my dad over the studio, and my dad's a fucking guitar freak, and he was talking about, man, when I was a kid, it was called a fuzz box.
The buzz box, yeah, and fuzz
um,
boxes, oh yeah.
so speaking of guitar, which did you take up first, hip hop or guitar?
Guitar.
Yeah, how long you been playing?
Since I was 13 and I'm 36 now, so whatever
A
that
long
math
fucking
is.
time. 23
Yeah,
years, right? Or 13, one of the other. I think it's 23.
something. Yeah, Long time. Yeah. Well, my dad bought my sister this little fucking pink looking Hello Kitty type of guitar when we were young, and it just sat in her closet, never played it. So I grabbed this little fucking pink guitar when I was like 13, and I just started playing it because she wasn't using it, right? So I just started playing it and fucking self-taught myself and started buying tablature books and
Yes, yeah.
because
As
there
far
was
as
no
I made it
internet.
was Easter Bunny gets drunk at Easter, and I quit. Because I got
Yeah,
arthritis. It's too hard for me to maneuver my hands the way I like to. Plus, I got sausage fingers.
yeah. It's I got carpal tunnel from fucking picking all
I
that
bet.
fucking downstrokes,
I
but
fucking bet.
it stings, but it's worth it. But yeah, I started playing guitar first. I got into metal. Then obviously, like yourself, you're into metal and rap.
Yep.
Sometimes there's an in between, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
started
what I
off.
fell into.
Yeah, I started off with metal. I discovered hip hop early on, but the earliest memories I can remember of music was me mouthing Pantera lyrics like I was lip syncing and shit. You know what I'm
Pantera
saying?
was awesome.
Yeah, I had a vulgar display of power on cassette tape. That was my jam.
Nice, nice.
So
Well, I
now
mean,
with rap, I know a lot of the music that we listen to, we share interest in. You know what I'm saying? DZK, Tech Nine, fucking Immortal Technique, the good shit.
oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But what was it that like that you heard in hip hop that really like sparked your juices to get you to put the pen to paper?
Um. Well, fuck. That's hard. I discovered hip
Hold
hop.
on, Karina.
I discovered hip hop before metal, but I didn't start doing hip hop until after metal. If that makes sense. Um. What inspired me to finally pick up the pen? It was probably a combination, man, of um the ICP, Twisted, Boondocks, Tech Nine, Cottonmouth Kings, definitely Eminem for sure. Um,
Yeah, I had him on cassette tape too.
right, and yeah, because I hadn't discovered DZK yet. Or I
I think I was
was,
16 when I discovered DZK.
yeah, I was a kid. So yeah, just those guys probably. There's probably more, but I'm probably forgetting them. But
Well,
yeah, they inspired me to pick up the pen and start Eminem a lot. Eminem
I can I
was
can
a
vaguely
was a good
recall
one.
that it went from me it was like Pantera, Metallica to Offspring to Body Count, or I think that's the band by with Ice T.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And then
I'm not sure if
obviously
that's the name, but I know
I
what you're
listened to
talking
some
about.
ICP when I was younger, but I could never consider myself a juggalo. But I've always liked like maybe 5 songs off of each Joker card. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
Twisted came along, and I was a full fledged fan since day one. I fuck with Twisted heavy. They've always
Yeah.
been more lyrically prowess. You know what I'm saying? Just like the way
Yeah.
they lay on the beat, their beats they picked. Pretty much everything
Yeah.
about Twisted was better to me. And
Yep. I
who
I agree. As far as the Juggalo thing, I mean I am, but I'm saying like I was hardcore. Like the first four Jokers cards were my favorite, and then after that I kind of went off in a different way, but
See,
I'll
like if
always pull
if a
from that, you know what I
technician and a
mean?
juggalo are like the same thing by definition, then I understand it. Then you know what I'm saying, because I love strange music memorabilia. I got the fucking pledge flag right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't have a studio without the pledge flag.
There you
So
go.
I understand the movement behind it. It's just most of the juggalos that I grew up with that I knew were moochy, homeless, fucking will fuck your mom if they gave you the chance. You know what I'm saying?
Some
Type
of them,
people.
yeah.
I
Some of
never
them are
met some like
fucking grimy motherfuckers.
yeah, I never met some like upright, open the door for an old lady juggalos. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there. It's just
and
sweet.
also like where I'm not sure what city you came up in, but I was in Detroit, man. It's kind of you get ostracized for listening to shit like that, you know. So, kind of
Really?
just a
Yeah,
brief. Oh yeah, if you wear it's equivalent to how my dad's generation treated goth kids. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like
Yeah.
they're like, them fucking weirdos. Look at them over there with their
Yeah.
ICP memorabilia. So
No,
I
I
was always
found
like a way bigger fan of like Jurassic 5, Big L, Big Pun, Cuban Links, fucking Fat Joe, Ludacris. And then
okay.
after Ludacris was my first like introduction to like just regular rap. He's still kind of hip hoppy, but that led me to DMX, fucking you
Yeah.
name it. You know what I'm saying? Mob Deep and all that shit.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. Mob Deep is still kind of in the same roads as I like, cause I like East Coast like fucking New York bangers rap. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, it's always been my place to go. Like, you ever heard of Diabolic?
I think so.
Well, I just rediscovered of him. I heard of him before because he was on an Immortal Technique track, but I was drunk one night and he just popped up on my algorithm, and I'm like, Diabolic. I'm doing an album called Diabolical. Let me click on this. And dude,
Yeah.
he has some bars, so I had to go to school. You know what I'm saying? So the next day at work,
Okay.
I listened to like two of his projects back to back, and I'm like, dog, what the fuck? How did I miss this? He's bar
Yeah.
heavy, makes you think, good rhyme schemes.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I've heard of him. I don't think I've heard any music by him, but I've heard the name.
Oh yeah, I recommend it for sure. So
But no.
now I know that you got your fucking, well, obviously your studio setup's amazing. Dude. I love the studio. Plus I got the fucking blessing of being able to talk into a U87. But your brother on the video, I'm sure you got a DJ sitting around somewhere. You're basically a walking
I
music business. When you gonna start a record label?
I do have a DJ kind of on standby and a drummer that wants to do that whole thing. It's just a matter of just getting all together and getting on the same page.
Yeah, you got to get your
Um,
pieces in order.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
can't wait to hear whatever the hell is next for fucking Tragik, because everything that I've heard up to this date has made me a fan.
well, thank you. You will definitely hear it. I appreciate that. You're most likely going to be producing some
Yeah,
of the
I was
tracks
keeping
on
it
it.
vague. I wasn't ready to let them know yet. They don't even know. Some dark shit's
They don't
coming.
know. Untitled project, but Tragic is coming up with a new album
Man,
as we speak.
isn't naming an album hard as fuck?
It is. It is. I mean, mine wasn't because I knew the name of that for like the past 15 years. I knew whenever the fuck I got sober and got off the heroin and shit,
It was gonna be
um,
From the Ashes.
it was gonna be Rise from the Ashes. um, but the next one, I have no fucking idea.
See, Diabolical, I got lucky because I was trying to think in my head, like, all right, I went Space Wizard, which was, like my love for Cthulhu and storytelling hip hop. But I was like, man, I need to really like flex my muscles. I need to get diabolical. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I instantly named it on accident. See,
So
beer.
you're into Lovecraft, I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, dude. I
H.P.
got my
Lovecraft.
Bible's a Necronomicon.
Okay, I've read that.
Yeah, no,
I
man.
have.
I've went my whole life without any religion. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a God hater, but I've never had my own mascot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a Jesus or a Muhammad or a Buddha. So, I spent a long time like playing around with Satanism, but I'm like, yeah, but when you meet real Satanists, they're fucking faggots. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, Satan, he's the Lord of the Light and enlightenment and happiness and
I've
sunshine and
never met
rainbows.
one.
Like,
I've never
hey,
met one.
like as soon as I try to look into it, I'm like, where's all the virgin sacrifices? When do I get to kill a fucking lamb? You know what I'm saying? When do we fucking having mad orgies on the temple? Oh, apparently y'all ain't into that. That's not real fucking Satanism. So, anyways, I was like, I always liked dark shit too, though. And then I got this new job about 3 years ago, and it's not new now, but I had hours to kill. Where it was either listen to water hit the wall or listen to something. So I
Yeah.
listened to every single book: H.P. Lovecraft, Clark Ashton Smith, Robert E. Block, Robert Howard, everybody from the Cthulhu circle, or yeah, what was it called, the Lovecraft circle. I listened to everything they written. Period. There isn't a book in that whole collection I haven't read with my
Nice.
earballs. And I don't know, something, and Cthulhu only gets mentioned in one story by Lovecraft, and it wasn't even like that amazing, but his like
Okay.
the way he looks, just kind of like, that, I don't know, like when the first people picked up the first Spider-Man, and they're like, dog, that's a superhero, you know what I'm saying? But Stan Lee, he wasn't instantly thinking that was about to be the one, you know what I'm saying? That
Right.
wasn't in his mind. So
Right.
that's what happened with Cthulhu, because it's kind of like, I'm not sure if you remember the whole story, but
I
uh
don't. I don't.
all right, so in this religion, Cthulhu's great grandfather, Azathoth, is the blind idiot god, and he sleeps in the center of the universe, and all of every dimension is all his dream, all of reality. So when he wakes up, poof, it's all gone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty short story.
Bizarre. Yeah. That
But
was it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, he has multiple children. Like Yog-Sothoth would be Cthulhu's uncle, but Yog-Sothoth is an interdimensional being that lives in the past, present, and future simultaneously. Like,
Wow,
yeah, try to like, dude, whose god is that dope? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
so
crazy.
when everybody wants to play that, whose god's better than whose? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I win every time. Because
Right,
technically, Cthulhu is a priest on their planet. That's how small of a role he has. But on Earth, he's God. You know what I'm saying?
right. The first time I heard the name, it wasn't actually through Lovecraft. It was through a fucking Metallica song I learned how to play. The
Oh
Call of
yeah,
Cthulhu.
yeah. The Call of Cthulhu. Hell yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Is that how it's pronounced? Cthulhu?
yeah. Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Okay.
Well, and to
Yeah.
be
The
honest with you,
Call.
he wrote that name so either any way that you pronounce it is right because you're not supposed to be able to pronounce an alien language. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
True.
supposed to be a guttural noise that they make. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
call it, so we put the letters together and called it Cthulhu. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But Lovecraft to walk around in the woods by his house in Massachusetts or whatever, and you just making fucking noises and making right. And you get home and write a story about no man, but it's really fun though, man. I really thoroughly enjoy, especially H.P. Lovecraft and Clark Ashton Smith because obviously before DZK, I never read any of that. But now listening to DZK like on a regular basis and also listening to those stories be told by somebody that can actually read the words fast enough than me reading it, it sounds like they are not rhyming, but they're fucking jocking off of DZK style. You know what I'm saying? Like every word, if you take a sentence, it gives you a whole scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they could use 4 words to completely explain the situation. And
Okay.
that's crafting. That's wordsmithing. Like, do you to be
Sure.
honest with you? Who knows better than him? Is actually Clark Ashton Smith. Dude. Oh my God! Just listen to like 5 minutes of anything from him, and
I've never heard of them,
yeah, Clark
honestly.
Ashton Smith. He lived way longer. He lived until the '60s, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, he was one of he was one of Lovecraft's best friends.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's kind of unfortunate about Lovecraft. He doesn't get as much love as he should because he is xenophobic. He was not necessarily fully racist because by the end of his life he married a fucking Jewish girl and most of his friends are Mexican. So, you know, but he used the N-word a few times. His cat
Uh-oh.
was called N-word man.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I don't you know what I'm saying? Like he had some racist tendencies and stuff like that, but it was more like because he was sheltered. He was a what do you call it, a recluse. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
was afraid of he was a xenophobic. He was afraid of people. He didn't
Right.
like the outside.
Well, it was a different time too, whole different time.
Yeah, he died before World War II really kicked off. He died in 1942.
So diabolical. That's the album, huh?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that one song that I sent you where you're like, dog, that's the hardest verse ever. This
Yeah.
whole album is that. This whole album, I don't know where it hit me. I just like, okay, Year of the Beard is done. Evolutionary is uploaded and ready to go. Now we need to start making plans for what are we doing next year.
Right.
So obviously I was gonna have a solo sooner or later. So I was like, I'm gonna start working on one now. And the first song I wrote was Diabolical. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to come up with a good idea. And as I was making these beats, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of them that really fit that fucking profile. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay down that path. And I made like 5 or 6 that are around the same kind of the vibe or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I know where this is going now. And then it turned into what it is. And yeah, there's
Oh
a couple
yeah.
of songs I had to strike off because they weren't ready yet. But I think the final project that I got done, I think is 20 songs, including an intro and an outro. I'm very
Wow.
pleased with it.
You work hard, man. You work fucking hard for sure. Like you take care of the fucking squad, make sure they got beats, like you're mixing people's shit. You're coming up with fucking bearded weirdos songs, fucking dirty B solo shit. Like how
I
the
mean,
fuck do you find the time to do that shit?
to be honest with you, it's just because this is my second language. Hip hop is my second language. Some people speak Spanish. I speak hip hop. And
Right.
like I've been writing hip hop music since I was 11 years old and I'm 32. So I've been writing for a long fucking time. So I've never truly
Right.
had writer's block. I've only had inspiration block. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly. Yep.
And
That's a great way to put it.
yeah, sometimes I can go a month, I can go 2 months, but soon as it's like a dam, just one small crack turns into the levee breaking and flooding the
Yeah,
city. That's what it is with me. You've seen it. I've been in a room with you. They pop the beat on. 5 minutes later, I got 8 bars. We're ready to go.
that's right.
I'm waiting for everybody
Fucking
else to
right.
finish
True
their shit.
story. True fucking story.
And it's not like I'm trying to speed through it. It's just I live by one kind of method when I write. I let the melody tell me how to feel, and I let the drums tell me how to express it. And then bam, that's it. As soon as I get the first bar down, the rest of it's child's play. Starting up your
There you
verse
go.
is probably the hardest thing.
It is. It is. But yeah, that happened to me today. Like I've been dealing with this moving shit, and getting into this house was the hardest thing I've ever had to fucking do. It was a complete nightmare to get into here, for someone to hand you over. Okay, I'm gonna give you fucking so and so thousands and thousands of dollars so you can buy your house. It was a fucking nightmare. But I haven't been able to focus on music as much as I would like to, because my studio was tore down. That's discouraging as fuck.
Of course.
But we got in here, and I heard, um the point I'm making is, I heard the
Oh,
song,
that fight music?
the fight music cipher, and I heard it, and instant fucking inspiration. I knew how I was going to start it. I knew my rhyme scheme. I know where I was going to speed up and do speed bursts, and where I was going to get groovy. Like, it
When I was
inspired the
making
fuck
it,
out of me.
I wasn't even done mixing the beat yet, and I was like, "Oh, I got an idea for this one."
Yeah. Well,
and
I saw it on Facebook, and I saw it was fucking the fight music cipher. I'm like, okay, this has to be aggressive.
hell yeah.
Sign
No,
me up.
man. See, I have a just all right now because I just moved back into here too, man. And it's obviously I ain't got as much shit to do as you did, but until today, it's been kind of like I don't know, hectic. Say like nothing's done. I'm always sitting around here looking at what could be finished, but it's not because I'm missing pieces. But now that it's done, I feel the vibes. This is the studio again. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
magic happening. So once you get everything set up and get all that black spaghetti plugged in, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You about
Fuck
to be
yeah.
a happy camper, especially once the crypt. You know what you really need? I'm glad that you have a name for it because that was the one thing that this place was missing was I didn't have a name for my studio, and that kind of
Caverns.
like it builds it gives it a prestige. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
Cthulhu Caverns. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with
Right.
the
Instead of
crypt,
just
I
saying
feel
the
like you need to
studio.
get like a big ass emblem or something. You know what I'm saying? Something to sit right
Yeah.
above your mixing monitors so that you could like, yeah, that's what we doing. We in the crypt, bitch.
Yeah. I was gonna do something like that, and then get one of those. I don't know if it'd be cheesy or not, but to get one of those light up fucking signs that say like recording in progress, or
Hell
you know
no,
what I
I've
mean?
always wanted one of those.
So as people know, stay the fuck out. I got a
Yeah.
lot to do though, man, because my studio's not sealed off. It's a room, and then it's a hallway that goes into a room. So
Oh, okay.
basically, I need to build a fucking wall and seal the end of that hallway off, so it's enclosed.
Well,
But I
maybe
can't do that till April when my dad comes back. He's gonna help me with it.
I was about to say maybe make some like rubber thresholds and just get something that fits right
Oh,
into there.
I'm gonna get something blocked off there so I can record and shit way before then. But um, like I said, me and my cousin just got back from Home Depot. We're building fucking big ass 8 foot tall fucking bass traps.
Hey,
Well,
listen,
two
for
4 foot
anybody
tall
that's
bass
watching this
traps.
interview in the future, you
So
hear me and Tragik talking about all the soundproofing and getting everything dead ass accurate. Listen, you could go a long way with just a vocal reflector in your basement. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But just
yeah,
when you get to this level, it's a different thing, listener. Now, me
right.
and Tragik, we fucking nerds. You know what I'm saying? We be calling each other on the regular tip, just nerding out over equipment. Speaking of,
Oh
I
yeah.
got my first compressor. That bitch is so cold.
Hey, fuck yeah, dude. It's gonna make a difference, man. That's my motto: is get it is get it sounding as close to a record as you can before it hits the computer.
Yeah, hey
And
man.
that
See,
way,
I just been playing around with the attack and release because I got my threshold set just right. I got my makeup gain, but if I'm rapping, I want a whole different set on my attack and release than I do on like if Knight was doing some belting. You know,
yeah. Oh yeah.
because I
Yeah,
wanted to not let
if you're
it go
doing
as
fast
quick.
stuff, if you're doing like a chopping faster stuff like I do sometimes, fucking like I set the attack like 3/4 of the way up and the fastest release that it'll go to. That way it catches, it lets a little bit of the word come in and then it fucking catches it. So it's, you know what I mean? It's not totally squashed.
Yeah, see, right now I got my right now for this talking, I got my attack at 12 o'clock, and I got my release
Yeah.
at 11 o'clock, almost 10.
Right.
So,
Yeah. If you're talking or doing a slower rap, you obviously want to dial the shit down. But
but you know what's kind of cool though is before I had this, my board, my Mackie board has compressors built into it. So whenever I was doing podcasts and stuff, when everybody else is on mics, I can still compress them.
is that the same one I got? The Mackie
Pro Effects 3.
Yeah, I think that you said that's the same one you got.
Yeah,
Is the one I
version
got.
yeah, it's the version 3, but I got the 12.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I played around with the effects settings on it. I haven't recorded anything with them, but I
Yeah,
fucked around with them.
don't. They're fun for live, but when they like, for instance, the reverb, there's no good setting in between dry and wet that
Okay.
actually sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you turn on just a little bit of reverb, it starts yanking out of your voice.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why
Okay.
it does that, but it is really cool for live, or if I'm like on here with you, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Right.
when I'm doing little podcast shit, or like.
So you got any shows coming up you're doing?
No, not yet. We kind of like, to be honest with you, I'm a fat, sweaty, broken piece of shit. Like I got 2 herniated discs and a umbilical hernia. So jumping around on stage is not fun for me. So when we book a show, it's usually out of state or some super prestigious shit. You know what I'm saying? The last ones we did in state were like Ice Cube, Bone Thugs, Jelly Roll, a couple of those. Brother Lynch Hung. But I'm not sure how much I can say, but there's a possibility your homie Jay might have booked a verse from somebody from Strange Music.
Hey.
It wasn't. I
Okay.
can imagine it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, he likes to hide those prices on me. Like when he got Jamie Madrox, like he wouldn't tell me so I can, like, you know, give him some money for it. He's like, nah, dude, this is my gift to us. I'm like,
That's awesome.
all right, I see you, dog.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know, like,
What's that show you did? What's the one you did? You just did it with Two Dope was there.
oh, Lethal Weekend. Yeah, we try to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that every year.
Eshan.
If you want
Okay.
to go next year, let me know. I'll put the word in. They always got slots, and they're usually pretty
Yeah.
cheap.
Well, do you know where is it at the same spot every year?
Yeah, it's usually either maybe not the same spot, but it's always in the same 2 states, Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
Okay. How far away roughly was that from you?
11 hours.
11-hour drive.
Yeah, 11-hour drive. 12 hours if traffic is bad. But the first time we made it there in 11 hours, the second time 10 hours and 10 and a half hours.
Shit, I'd probably fly.
To be honest with you, you could just catch a ride with us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's usually just me and him. Last time we went, we brought my cousin DJ Doomslayer just because he wanted to go, and you know what? Fuck it, why not? We paid a lot of money for it.
Right. Yeah,
To
dude.
be honest with you, we paid more than the show was worth because we paid for 2 years in advance before that, but then the coronavirus hit. And he's like, hey, instead of this one big show, how about I give you 2 little ones? And we're like, all right.
Okay.
So we
Gotcha.
did, we did one a couple months before that, which was not bad, but it was in Indiana. But then we went to fucking Massachusetts, and that bitch was, it was a very big treat having Esham, a person I'm not even the biggest Esham fan, but my Uncle Drew, he would break his neck sucking his dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Uncle Drew loves Esham. Sorry, Uncle Drew, if you're hearing this. But, like, dead serious. He is fucking...
He's one of the founders.
Yeah.
One of the pioneers of the fucking wicked shit. Well, acid rap, I think, is what they called it.
Yeah, but still, that's what everybody else derived their shit from. But when we walked in the door, he's like, bearded weirdos? We're like, yeah, what's up? We slapped hands and left off to the VIP.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's all about relationships, man. You got to build relationships with people.
For sure, man. And you know what? What really helped us with him is not acting starstruck and having connects. Because I knew Roosevelt since before he owned Harpo's. Like, he used to own Blondie's and Club Sin. And I used to pack those places on a regular basis, just doing regular, like, performances and with battle rap.
Nice.
But he kicked us out the third battle rap competition that we went to at Blondie's, we got kicked out.
Yeah, for what?
Because it was so unorthodox back in the day. There was no like camera crews. There was none of that. It was here's how it worked. So the promotion company obviously paid for the event, but in order to get into the event, you had to pay $50 as a battle rapper and put up your own money. So the first battle is $100, and there was no like getting prepared for it. It's all either freestyle or you have to have a bunch of shit memorized.
Right.
And anyways, so you pay 100, I pay 100. You beat me, then you got to battle the next dude, and that's a $200 battle. And
Oh,
whoever
okay.
wins from that, you get four, and you can walk away or just keep battling.
Okay. Okay.
So, just some motherfuckers we they have 12 people on the thing, but at the end of the night, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. They try to close that bitch down. There's like $1,000 on the line. We ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
All
We going
right.
to the parking lot to finish this. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't done yet. So after
Fuck
like two
yeah.
or three times of that shit, he was like, "Yeah, you could do that shit somewhere else."
Yeah.
Hell yeah, but yeah, man, there's so much good music coming out in the future. 2022 is about to be a crazy year for both of us, I could imagine.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope this is the year of health and wellness for us all, and this is the year we move a step closer to what the fuck we're trying to do. You
Well,
know.
look, you're already on the fast track. You know what I'm saying? You already got your next forever home. You're gonna have a fully fucking you'd out, you know what I'm saying, tragic out motherfucking, recording studio that's
That's right.
it's not like because I remember you probably have AC now, huh?
Fuck no. I told my motherfucking wife, I was like, listen, the deal breaker for me is motherfucking central air. And she didn't tell me. I asked her about it. She wouldn't fucking answer me until I got in the house. I'm like, okay, where's the central air? We don't have it.
Oh.
Motherfucking bitch.
Well, if you could save up a little bit, we just got offered Central Air, and it was like $90 a month until it's paid off.
Oh, that's you can finance that shit?
Yes, you can finance that shit. I would just wait till you get everything set up and you got some free flowing dollars, and I would set that up.
I'm going to. Fuck yeah, I'm going to, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
dude, my studio got so hot in that bedroom. Oh my god, in the summertime, it
Well,
was.
luckily you had a window. My ass was by it the whole time. Cause I'm a
Yeah.
sweaty bitch, bro. You can ask my wife, bro. She'll have this bitch on 71, and I got the window open and half of me hanging out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Me too. I run cold, man. I run cold.
yeah, my blood boils so hot, man. I just like right now I'm sweating and I got the window open right next to me. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
fucking cold ass air is
I
doing
like
nothing
it
for my
cold.
torso.
Yeah, I definitely like it cold. I sleep with a fan. I don't really fucking like to be hot and sticky
I just actually learned something. So, have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and your feet are hanging out the blankets?
all the time.
Okay, well, if you ever use blankets, I usually don't either. But even in the wintertime, when you throw a blanket on and you wake up and your feet are out, it's because it's your body's natural thing to do because you lose heat faster through the bottom of your feet and through your palms.
Yep.
So when your core is being
Yeah.
covered up, your feet just automatically find their way out of that fucking blanket.
Whether you're asleep or not, fucking.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, this is just part one of many future interviews, man. I just really wanted to, nerd out with you for a minute and just kick it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
one
Yeah, it's
day
good to
when
talk to you,
everything's said
man.
and done, if we have to send somebody your way to grab your ass, bro, you gonna be on Cthulhu Caverns live, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to
I
get one
want
in.
to.
You know what I'm saying?
For
We'll have you
sure.
bring in your guitar and we'll fucking set up everything, bro. I'm telling you, we'll have a tragic night. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there. I'll be
Hell
there at
yeah.
some point, man. Yeah. Fucking the studio. Anyone who's watching the studio, I just moved. If you, in case you missed it, go back and watch it. But anyway, I'm setting my studio up now, and there's gonna be new music coming soon. Whole nother album on the way.
Yes, it is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it
It's gonna
is.
be really fucking fun.
Yeah,
Well, it
it's
was
gonna
nice
be like
chopping it
10
up with
times
you, my
better than
brother,
the other one.
and I cannot wait till everything's fully done and put together, man. Because we're gonna stop by there again, and I'm gonna have to come hit the crypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I definitely want you to fucking check it out once it's done.
hell yeah, man. Next time you ask me for a feature, I'm gonna just roll there to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come on through. I'm gonna start chucking more shit your way too. I think like that track me, you, Skylo, and Knight did.
yeah,
Like, would you just Can you just mix that if I send it
Yeah,
to you?
yeah, send it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Shit, I'd
So
love
I
to
want.
mix something coming out of a U87. What? Yes.
Yeah, because you'll be able to get to it faster than me. I got probably 3 more weeks before I can fucking set up a mic. So I hope that cipher. When are you trying to drop that?
Oh, March or by the end of March or something like that. There's no
Okay.
specific date set on it.
Okay.
I want to get like 9 or 10 tracks, and I got 2 complete, 6 in the running. Hold on, let me open that up. It's not super secretive because it's not like it's just gonna be a little EP. I don't have to be super secretive about it. So
Okay.
hold up, Dirty B Music Cipher tape. It's Fight Music Cipher, Green Fog Cipher, Juggernaut Cipher, which is like with all the heavy hitters that I fuck with that on a regular basis. Lifestyles of the Broken Homeless, Make Connections, No Contest, Shooter, and Trapaholics. So that's what I got so far.
Lifestyles of the broken homeless. I like
Because,
that.
you know, Lifestyles of the Rich and
Rich
Famous
and
and
famous.
shit.
Yeah.
You already know what this one is. Ramen noodles and bologna with the red stripe.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what I've been eating for fucking months trying to get this house.
Well, it's here. It's happened. That's a good sign that 2022 is about to be amazing. You about to have a new comfortable spot. You know about to be fucking shoulders width like this from the walls. You know what I'm saying? You could
Right.
spread your wings a little bit, do some front flips and cartwheels in your living room. You know what I'm saying?
I shall. That bitch was cramped, man. You've been in it. There
Yeah.
was what, 4 of us in there? 5?
You know, it's still, it has vibes, so you know that makes it feel like it goes on forever. But yeah, no, I feel you. You got more than 6 people in there, and it's a body warmth issue. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But now you got a front yard, and I can imagine a backyard.
Yeah, I got a backyard with a deck and a fucking fire pit, and we're gonna have some cookouts
Ooh,
and
shit! So I
some
might
beer.
have to get an Uber there so I can get drunk.
You should get an Uber here for sure.
Bring my boy Captain with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
Even fucking sink in your garage for cooking.
Yeah, I got a garage I can fucking build my bass traps in. Pretty
ooh.
nice.
In a garage is also another place, another dope ass place to do live performance practice.
Yep.
I've always enjoyed doing it in a garage because usually when you got a bunch of stuff in your garage in the end game, the amount of room you have left is usually the right size for a stage.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
I could
such a
definitely
nerd back
build
in the
one.
day when I used to take this stage shit serious. In my garage, I used to have fucking masking tape that like was the shape of fucking Harpo's stage. And then when I knew it was St. Andrews and it was like, 3 feet wider, I'd look up whatever the fucking parameters were and measure that shit out.
So you knew how much room you had, wiggle room you had to move around and shit.
Yep, and then we'd
That's pretty
we'd
smart.
always rap with corded mics, even though most of the time we'd have cordless mics, just in case. You never know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that way, if it did come, we ain't crossing paths and tangling each other up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've actually never used a wireless mic. All the gigs I've done,
They're
they've all been
garbage.
fucking wired.
Nobody buys a good wireless mic. They buy whatever fucking the cheapest one is at $100 of fucking for 2 of them, and they're always
Yeah.
shitty. As soon as you
Yeah.
get 10 feet, like 10 feet from a fucking speaker, you know what I'm saying? Or they
Oh,
fucking
yeah, I know
cut in
exactly
and
what
out.
you're saying.
It's garbage. Like I really, what the next microphone I want to invest in is a body mic. You know what I'm saying? For something for like if I was walking around, if I was doing like an interview and I didn't want a microphone in front of our face. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting in the same room. I
Right.
want to be able to put it underneath our clothes and shit. You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they ain't cheap at all. You know what I'm saying? The best ones I've seen that like look like they're about that life and they all come with their own battery packs and everything, or recording packs. They're about $300 a piece for one.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not
Yikes.
cheap. But yeah, no, like I said, man, fucking this is the year to do it. And I got the new 4K webcam, got fucking ring lights all over the place. Oh, by the way, these lights over here.
You do look clear. Holy shit.
Yeah, my wife
Nice.
got me this bitch, the compressor, and a gaming keyboard and mouse for Christmas. So
Fuck
now
yeah,
I'm all lit up
Bandit.
and cool looking and shit.
Damn. Bandit hooked it up.
Fuck yeah, dude. The
Nice.
compressor and the DZK feature were like, how do you top that?
Right.
How do
Yeah.
you fucking top
I'm
that?
very, very excited to. I heard your verse in that. I'll leave it at that. But I'm
Shit,
excited
I'm
to
on the
fucking
track
hear
with
DZK.
DZ acting greasy. We push your cap to the side like Adabisi. Hey, that's the Oz reference for the motherfucking HBO heads, bro.
I can't wait to hear that shit.
Me neither.
He doesn't do
And
much
most
anymore,
likely
man. He
when it
doesn't
comes
do
out, I'm
much.
gonna
So
release it as a single.
you
DZK
should.
really boxed with me over using his beats. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I have no problem making the beats. He's like, yeah, but I got these beats though. I'm trying to use. I'm like,
Oh,
all
he
right.
was trying to use one of his.
He's trying to use one of his. I was trying to use one of mine. But I'm like, all right, if you really insist, if you're about to bring your A game on yours, then I'm gonna let you pick the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna send him 20 beats of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like pick one and you can have the rest. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, but he
Oh,
was
that
really
beat was
adamant.
that beat was his.
Yeah, the beat that beat was his.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, no, he was really adamant and he wanted to use one of these 7 beats that he sent me. And all of them were good. None of them were like, besides the one I picked and one other one were up to par, in my opinion, you know? Uh, like the one that I picked was the most like realistically you could hear DZK on. And the one before that I really wanted to pick had more punch to it because if you listen to that, it's all mids. You know what I'm saying? There's no good low end. The high end is kind of just in the eardrums, but I did a little bit of
Okay.
mixing on it before I sent it back. There's not much you can do to a wave file, you know what I'm saying, without the stems, but I did my
No.
best to try to duck some of those because when you pull it up into a parametric equalizer, you can see that irritating little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll hear
Yep.
something, I'll be like, say for instance, I'll be listening to a guitar riff, and it all sounds good until it comes to like one of these notes, and I'll be like, that fucking note. I bet you I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll pull that motherfucker up and do a parametric, and sure enough, that fucking annoying ass piece of shit. Just do a little drop right
Yep.
there, and the whole thing sounds better.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that was one of
Parametric
the things when
EQs
I
are my
started
friend.
learning how to EQ. That I used to do EQ sweeping like crazy, bro. You'd see my shit, and it just looks like this. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
But what I
Because
didn't
everything
realize is
sounds
like
bad. When you boost everything and start sweeping, everything sounds like shit. So it's
everything
like,
sounds like shit. Every
yeah,
frequency boosted to its max sounds like shit. It's about
yeah. So
knowing the ones that are garbage.
right. I
Like I don't
struggle
like
with that.
super
I
resonant
struggle. I
shit.
struggle with my high end. My high end, I do struggle with is getting it crisp and de-essing, but not taking out the frequencies that need to be there. So I struggle with
That's
that.
tough.
Maybe it is my room. I don't know.
No, no, man. It
What
is the
about you?
mix. Trust me, it's the mix because I did the same thing for a long fucking time. Because the high ends is where I focused on trying to get just right. Because if you let just one or two frequencies just off the leash, it becomes a problem. Like
Yep.
here's the way I test my shit. When I get it to where I want it to be, I crank my volume way beyond what I'm supposed to be mixing at or hearing it at. If it sounds horrible at that volume, then obviously something has to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'll bring it down to mixing level, and then I'll start tweaking around in there a little bit more. Then I'll crank that bitch through the roof. And long as
Okay.
and you should have like a happy medium once you get the proper like fucking setup in the EQ that you should be able to crank it to like 10 times its normal volume and it just sounds like the whole track is really loud. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You ain't getting that super piercy noise or whatever, QB resonance that you're hearing. Because I have
So
that problem often.
crank it to check it and make sure nothing's ripping your head off is what you're saying pretty much.
Yes. Yeah, and
Okay.
you would know instantly. As soon as you get it above a comfortable level, the part that you don't like the most is just going to be like an axe to your eardrums. And then
I'm
once you
gonna
get
try
that,
that.
yeah, once you get it, once you finally tame that shit and get it just right, and you boost around it wherever you need be, and you go to crank it again, it's loud still, but it's not hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So that way you know that no matter what volume people are listening to it at, it sounds good.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm definitely gonna fucking do that. I've never really done that. I mean, I just kind of keep it at mixing volume and pray it fucking works out. do
See, I
you
used to
mix?
do. I
Do
don't
you
think it's
mix through
really.
headphones or
I do both.
monitors?
Well, actually, I do 4 different ways. I mix first. I do it in my headphones, and then obviously almost every time, maybe 89% of the time, I have to do it in additional work when I move to my monitors. And then after I get it cleared to my monitors, I'll send it to myself. Go out to the car. Go pick up something from the store, and I'll listen to everything that I did for the last couple of days, and then I'll come back and tweak some if I have to. And then once it's all said and done and I think I like it, I'll listen to it the next day on my phone in some little shitty earbuds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
So
before
you
anything's
sleep
fully
on it and
done,
go back to it. You don't just whip it up in one night and just send it out. You sleep on it for a day or two and make
depends.
adjustments.
Yeah, most of the time, yes. But like when it's certain artists and they don't pay me good enough, You know what I'm saying? I get it to
Yes.
where
Here you go.
right. when they shittily pay me, I'll get it to where like I know like just from instinct that is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And usually I don't get anybody calling me back for any tweaks. The
Right.
only time I get somebody to ask me to do something, it's usually like beat cuts and shit like that. I'll send
Right.
when I got like 50 customers and all of them every time they fucking send me something and I send it back, they're like, "Dog, that mix was clean, but I need you to go back to this bar and drop the beat off there, maybe do some like low shit here." And I'm like, "Okay, sure."
a lot of that shit. I mean, you can do beat drops and shit just from a wave file. Just
Yeah, see,
automate
that's
it
why I like
down.
Fruity Loops. I know you're a Pro Tools user, but see, Fruity Loops is so much more amazing when it comes to mixing like complex shit. Because, like, say for instance, we got if especially if I have the stems. Let's say we get to the 16th or the 12th through 16th bar of your verse, and you want something to happen to the beat just there. Well, I could take your drums, slice them, and run them through a high to low
Filter.
filter, yeah, like a triangle basically, and then I could take the melody and the bass and I could have them slowly drop all the highs out of it at the same time as
Yep.
I'm doing that with something different to the drums.
Yep.
So yeah, so and it's easy as slice, make unique, bam, I'm done. Now I just gotta add effects. And you know, with Pro Tools, you gotta make another track, you gotta fucking copy the track, paste it onto the next one. That's too much work. I like to just snip,
Yeah.
boop, 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 bah.
Well, I mean, I don't do it that way. I have plugins that can do the frequency sweep and stuff. I just automate the plugins, like it'll record my mouse movements, and it's it's easy. But like I said, to completely relearn a program, it's FL
Yeah, see,
Studios,
I don't have
UTBU,
it.
Pro Tools.
You're gonna have to get me hyped to whatever ones that record your mouse movements. Cause see, what I do is I automate everything. So that's another easy thing to do. Say if I wanted to just have a certain effect come in and leave out in just a certain spot, all I have to do is loop that section, go to wherever that is in the board. You know, I just select the track, hit F9, my mixing board pops up. Say I put a love filter on there. Love filter is the magic juice for Fruity Loops.
I love
And
that.
say I do one of
Get
those
it?
sweeps or whatever, and then I just right click the knob and go to automate, and then bam, it pops right up, and I could have it none in, all in. You know what I'm saying? Either way, and I just keep up because that's how I make dubstep. Like I'll have when I have it is really complicated to be honest with you making fucking dubstep, bro. When I make a good breakdown, like hold up, let me show you like right quick. When I have a good breakdown, it takes probably like 10 different sounds from my serum that are most likely not the same instrument, and then I have to automate a bunch of different effects in there to make them transition properly or to automate them between the two. So hold on, what's the last one I just did? Here we go. This one is fucking bananas. All right, so let me go back to my Zoom right quick. Zoom, share screen. Come on, share screen. Share sound, Fruity Loops. All right, you should see that. Right?
I see two of there. Yep, I see it. I can't. There we go. Wait, I can't hear it.
Yeah, hold on. I think I put it on the wrong thing. Hold on. I did. Sorry about that.
The old boys wrote those words, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It sounded mighty nice. They wouldn't have been worth a plug nickel if somebody hadn't made them stick.
Sharpen his wits.
Y'all make you horny, baby.
So you know what I'm saying? Like just in a small section, just in that part that I played, there was probably 20 different serums running simultaneously. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I
Yeah.
wish I could hear the bass.
Oh, the bass is redonkulous. That's a game changer too, man. Ever since I got my what you would call it, my hold on, let me stop sharing this. Once I got my subwoofer, bro, game changed.
Yeah, you're definitely more skilled with FL Studio. I mean, you be knowing all those shortcuts and shit.
Well, it's just because that's been my DAW of choice since I was 16, since Fruity Loops 3.
Me too. Me too. I just didn't learn as much as I probably should have about it. Like,
Well,
you know, when you were at my house, you were schooling me about some shortcuts and shit that I didn't even know, like about quantizing.
oh yeah, that shit comes in handy. But that's new knowledge to me though, because that was something I caught on to when I was watching Mixing with the Masters, or no, what in the mix about 2 years ago, and I was like, oh fuck, that's how you do it. I used to go in there manually and do everything myself.
Yeah. What was it? Control Q?
Yep, Control Q.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that shit.
like say if you're doing some fast hats, right? You put a 2-step on there, you open up the piano roll, and you highlight a section, and you hit Alt U. That multiplies it. So
Okay.
so that way you go, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing
Okay.
super fast hats, so I could just go in there, select Alt U, move, select Alt U, move, and it, if you get fast enough, you can double up some hats and make them sound like super trappy, like intricate shit in like 5 minutes, 2 minutes
And
compared
it
to 20.
spaces them all out in time with the tempo.
Yep. And it goes all
Nice.
the way from, you get 6 variations. So you get, 1 step. Then if you select a 1 step, you can chop it into 2, 4, 6, 8,
Half
all the way
step,
up to
quarter step.
16.
Notes. Yeah. Yeah, I was manually doing that. That was a pain in the fucking ass.
You know what's another pain in the ass? Making beats on Fruity Loops without ghost notes on. Because I'm not 100% sure what I be doing when it comes to things in key. I'm a cheater. On my phone, I got scales and notes. So, when I say, okay, I want to do something, E minor. So I type in E minor, bam, shows me all the chords that can be played simultaneously and in a scale. So
What
I know,
the fuck? Tell
yeah.
me about this ghost notes.
So ghost notes is, well, no, that's a different thing. So actually, I'll pull it up for you right quick. Let me go to share again.
So it'll automatically show me all the notes with the scale that I can use.
No. That's me cheating on the phone. What ghost notes does is, hold on, let me open up a channel right quick. All right, you can see this, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me pull up fuck it, where's this goddamn guitar at? Because this becomes a pain in the ass too. Like I said, because I'm not 100% sure with every note that I be playing, so I got to make sure that if I play certain notes more than once, I can see it again. So let's see. All right, hold up. God damn it. Oops. All right, so say I do something on here, right? And I want to pull up another instrument, and I want to not have to guess which notes I played because I got ghost notes on now. You see, they're all gray.
Okay.
So that's every note that I've played on a piano roll so far in this segment. So now when I pull up another instrument, you know what I'm saying? I know where these notes are.
Okay, how do you show me again how you activate that? How do you get that
so
on?
you go to this lever on the side, I'm pretty sure. You go to tools, was it? Hold on, give me 1 second. View. Here we go. I think it's on here. Yeah, ghost channels right here.
Okay.
Yep, so you go to the very left corner, go to the arrow down, go to view, and go to ghost channels, and it'll show you everything that you played.
Nice. So when I switch to a different instrument, I know where the fuck shit is. I don't have to get. I gotcha. And that's gonna come in handy too.
Yes, dude. I'm telling you, it hella comes in handy, man. Because I be like, damn, can I fucking put an E sharp in here?
No, you can't. Don't touch it.
Hell yeah,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
But shit, man, I'm about to wrap it up. I got a couple of things I got to take care of before I go play daddy duty.
Shit, yeah, I gotta go get my wife from Mount Pleasant.
Oh,
Holy shit. Yeah. Okay.
all right. Well, shit, my brother. Like I said, this is just part one, man. I'm gonna catch your ass again when you got some free time, and we're gonna do another one.
Fuck yeah, man. Hopefully the studio will be more put together than it is.
For sure, my brother. Well, you be safe. It was awesome talking to you. You were a legend in my book, bro, and I can't wait to make some more music with you.
Thank you, man. You rock. I'll talk to you soon, bro.